is to come, my happiness was here before that.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to Enchanted Light with your girl Tiffany. This is my very first YouTube video. So we are gonna make this short and sweet because I am not really that good at editing as of yet. Before we get started in this video, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me in this journey. It has been long awaited, much overdue, but I am here. I'm ready to pour out myself to the world, just because I feel like we as people should be able to pour out onto each other. And so thank you once again for your support. I hope that you set the intention right now to like this video. Like it just to support. Even if you don't like it, go ahead and click the dislike button just for support. To support me is to support you. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. All right, so in this very first video, the first thing that we're going to talk about is what you can do, a few tips that you can do and use for your own benefit when you are becoming more consciously aware. You are focusing on spiritual awakening, going on your spiritual journey, and just overall just being a better you, serving you to your highest good, like serving you to the best of your ability. And this is just some tips to move you along. Now, everyone's journey is different, so my journey is not your journey. I'm just gonna put that out there. I am not a doctor. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a guru. Okay, I am just me, and I hope that this advice that I give you, that you take what you need and leave what you don't. Okay, so going right into the video, the first thing I will want to say is a good tip that I recommend that everybody do when starting their spiritual journey, or once again just wanting to acknowledge and serve your highest self to its best good. First thing I would say is to acknowledge spirituality. Now, if you are like me, I grew up in a regular Black or African American household. My family went to church every Sunday, and that is a part of spirituality. Just recognizing that there is a higher being or a higher purpose, a higher sense of self, that is ultimately here to guide you and protect you and show you the way. We did not get put on this planet to just work and die and take care of kids. No, we were put on this planet to serve one another, to love one another, to ascend beyond just this internal realm. One thing that you will always hear is intuition, right? Intuition is your higher self. If you don't already know, that is the self that is inside of you, your soul. Learning to live and listen and be aware of intuition is always going to serve your greatest needs. Your intuition is a part of you that knows what it knows. That part of you is inside of you, and once you realize that, you start trusting in your intuition, you begin to make absolute great decisions that's only propelling you forward and pushing you to your greatest self, your highest self, your best self. Intuition is like something that tells you, for an example, you get up for work tomorrow morning, you're gonna take your normal route, but something in your mind just says, nah, maybe we should take this way. Don't know why, just felt the need, and you take this way and you make it to work on time and you make it to work fine, and then you look on the news later that day and there was an accident on your regular route to work at the time that you were supposed to go to work. That is your intuition. That is your inner you. That is your highest self. That is God. I believe that God is a part of us. We are God. God is us. Everything around us, Mother Nature, is God, okay? And so that is the God in you. Trust in that intuition. You feel it, you know it, that's your intuition, go with that. A lot of the times we mess up as humans because we feel like that we can control everything in our lives when that is not our purpose. What is going to happen is supposed to happen always. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens as it is divined, as it is written, as it is willed. So trusting in your intuition is going to take you so much further. When I started my spiritual journey, I didn't know what the fuck, excuse my language, intuition was. I just knew there was something telling me that I was greater than what I was acting as. I was greater than what I was living to be. I was greater and I was more, and something kept pushing that inside of me. And the more I resist, right? The more I resist my intuition, my higher self, my inner me, the more life started to get really fucking hard, right? Life became absolutely hard because I'm stressing about bills. My job ain't shit. My kids, got school. COVID is happening. Stressing out. And all while you're doing this, your health is depleting. Your happiness depleting. Everything around you looks a little bit dark. So acknowledging that it is not always up to you to have control of this reality, that you are supposed to listen to your guides, listen to your angel, listen to your higher self. Because you will never, ever, ever be told anything wrong, okay? Everything, even if something does happen wrong to you, it was meant. It was all undefined. And once you start to be aware of that, you start to realize the lessons that you need to learn. And we do have lessons that we need to learn. And there are tests that Spirit tests us on to make sure that we're ready for the next phase. We'll get into that on another YouTube video, but trust in intuition, trust in the divine being, trust in divine timing. Everything happens as it's supposed to. Acknowledging that there is a higher you, right? That has full control. It's protecting you, guiding you, has full control over you, is going to propel you forward into, if you're on a spiritual journey, your spiritual journey. If you are just wanting to make better decisions in your life, listening to that intuition, that higher self, and acknowledging spirituality is going to propel you forward. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into the next thing. Tip 2 for me. Healing is a big, huge thing in just everyday life. It doesn't even have to be about a spiritual journey. Doesn't have to be about an awakening. It does not need to be about any of that. Healing is something that is very, very important to being able to love and have self-love, and to have even more love for, individuals out here in this world. Healing allows you to feel, okay? A lot of the times it's more than likely caused by some unresolved issues that maybe happened to them as a child that they either are aware of or that they're not, and that they're not addressing. Some people do not know, like myself, up until age 30, so just last year, I was not aware that my healing, my past traumas, was holding me back from really truly loving on me and really truly accepting me for who I am. Not healing those past traumas led me down a road of self-destruction because I didn't understand exactly what it was that was going on to me. Why do I react like this in certain situations? Why do I become codependent? Why do I, think so negatively about myself? I suggest that you think about your past traumas. And when I say that, some people's past traumas is not something huge. It could be something as small as when you were a kid, everybody made fun of this specific body part. I'm gonna just say lips because people did make fun of my lips and now they bomb. Okay, anyways. it could be that you know, somebody made fun of a feature that you have. Oh, that you're short, and they made fun of this all your life. That is a trauma. That can be a trauma, which can lead to overall self-destruction. Trauma, when that happens, it stays in your subconscious. So if you don't deal with it, it will be there. It never goes away. Just because you don't deal with it, or you don't talk about it, or you just think you can put it behind you, it doesn't go away. It's going to play out in your everyday life, okay, in different forms. That is what I learned. This is going to trigger you at the most randomest moments, and you don't even understand why you're triggered. Why am I triggered? Because such and such grabbed me, and I didn't understand why I reacted and hauled off and smacked them. Stuff like that. Little things in your day-to-day life becomes affected when you have traumas that you have not dealt with, or that you have not healed. So healing is one thing that I suggest that you all do, everyone. Healing yourself now could prepare you, is not only make yourself better and make you love and trust on yourself more, it is going to allow you to bring that out to the world, right? So for example, when I say that a person who is unhealed is not dealing with their traumas, they go on life and they act out these traumas onto other people. And it just kind of continues as a cycle. But once you've healed yourself, you start to really realize, like, I know an unhealed person. I can look at a person and tell if they're unhealed. Just by the way they look, just by the way they act, right? I can tell that. And that, to me, helps me to understand who it is that I want and who do I don't want. Like, instead of asking, instead of asking, you know, niggas, how many kids you got, you need to ask, have you healed those traumas? Okay? Because if you have not healed those traumas, that is just going to come out in your relationship. It will be a very toxic relationship. I don't care how happy it may seem, right? Those traumas, unhealed ones especially, will come out in everyday life, in a variety of ways. So for me, it made me to become more aware of me even spreading my own toxicity to other people who didn't deserve it. So it's not only a good thing to heal for yourself, but for, you know, humanity, for others. I had a childhood trauma. I was molested as a child, and I carried that with me my whole life. I carried that with me my whole life, and I'm gonna say that one time, I carried that. So imagine this huge sack that you have on your back as a little child, and as you grow older, that sack just gets more and more bigger because you're being triggered. Things are triggering that trauma, and it's just adding on more shit. Self-hate, abuse, addictions, unhappiness, just toxicity. It's just getting bigger and bigger by the day. For 30 years, I held on to this trauma and never understood why my life seemed like it just wasn't right. Why I was so depressed? Why was I so anxious? Why did I have a hard time trusting people, or trusting people too much, right? Never knew until I was 30 years old that trauma that I thought I had addressed when I was a child. I didn't. And it came out again as I was 30 last year. And my family was like, wait, what? No, we never talked about it. Like, you never told me about that. And that's beyond the conversation here. But I carried that with me. And it affected me so much. And it took for me to really learn to forgive the person who did it to me, to forgive myself. And you say, Tiffany, why would you have to forgive yourself? Like, you didn't do that to yourself. Well, I did have to forgive myself because because of the trauma, it caused me to act out in ways. It caused me to overall just hate myself. And I had to forgive myself for the things that I said to me. That was a part of my healing, was to forgive not only for myself, but for the other person, to forgive the other person. I needed to forgive myself in how I talked to myself and how I limited myself. How I, no matter how many people told me I was beautiful, I never could accept it. I'm fine now, okay? I'm fine. But I couldn't. And I had to forgive myself for all of the horrible things I did and said to my own physical being. This, this being here that's physical, it's here, it's temporary, but it's here. I gotta live with this until I die and I move on. And I did a lot of shit, hurtful shit, and I had to forgive myself for that. I had to forgive my offender. And I had to close that chapter in my life, and I promise you, the moment that I did, my life changed. The moment I said, you know what, I forgive. I don't ever got to talk to you again. I don't ever got to see you again. I'm not going to allow you to continue holding me on, not another day of my life. Not going to allow you to continue having me drag this big ass bag of trauma throughout my life. I had to learn to heal that. So with healing comes growth, right? It comes feelings. You start to feel, right? A lot of the times, we don't feel when we're in, we're living a trauma-based life, a toxic life. We don't feel enough. And once I let myself feel that pain, feel that hurt that I carry for so long, and I let that release, and I allowed myself to drop that bag I've been holding for years, I have became the most greatest to myself. I give myself gratitude every day. I give God myself. I give God Mother Nature. I give God gratitude every single day for creating a person like me, because experience is life's greatest teacher. And going through my awakening, I realized that these things that I had to go through in life is something that I had to go through. I had to learn from these things and learn to move forward. And I didn't learn for a very long time, for 30 years. I did not learn. Having lessons repeat over and over and over again, tests happening over and over and over again, I did not learn the lessons that I was supposed to from those situations. Now I'm not a guru, but to me, I'm a guru. I'm a self-proclaimed guru to my reality, right? Now I know. Now I see. Now I understand, and now I feel. So that is a major tip. If you have any unresolved issues, any unresolved traumas that you have not addressed, you don't want to address, I promise you it is going to be in your greatest of good to release and forgive. So let's get off the heavy topic. Third tip is walking in purpose, walking in power, walking in love, walking in light. Okay, so once you have started your awakening, you started to notice things different, you following your intuition, you starting to look good, smell good, dress good, act good, you done healed all your wounds, right? Now you figuring out all the people that's around you that ain't supposed to be around you. You start to eliminate those things and people and places that do not belong in your reality will be removed once you heal those traumas. I promise you. And they will even remove because you have learned the lessons that you need to learn with those people, places, and things, and have decided to walk and move on. Or those people, right? Those people cannot hang on to that higher vibration, that higher you. They're used to you being low in the dumps and sitting around being low and dark together. They're used to that you. And eventually they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Like, when did you start acting like that? When did you start looking so good? When did you start taking care of yourself? When did you start, complimenting yourself and doing for you? When did you start that? And then walk out your life. The universe, moving people around, people, places, and things. Now you're walking in your purpose. Third tip. Once you begin to walk in your purpose, let me tell you that is the stage that I'm at right now in my spiritual awakening. I have done so many things that I have never, ever in my whole entire life would have thought I've done just for me. I'm going to say that again. Just for me. Not for nobody else. Not even for my kids. I love them kids. Right? But I come first. Right? I come first. So I have learned to completely do a 180 in my life, a complete turnaround, a complete change in the way I think to myself. I no longer harbor negative energy. I can't even stand to be around negative energy. I can't. And I made that face because I'm really serious. No. My vibration too high, my frequency too high. I can't. I have learned to master my mind, that when I go outside and I plant my feet, matter of fact, let me pause and say something real fast. Do you know that the grass outside, out there, Mother Nature, do you know that's an energy source? Do you know the sun hits that grass every single day? When it's sunny out. I live in Minnesota. It's cold, but when it's sunny out, there's a positive vibration in the grass. And if you go outside and you plant your feet and you let that vibration come up from the soles of your feet to your crown chakra, you become balanced. I challenge you to meditate every day. Yes, it might seem disgusting to go outside and take off your socks and your shoes and sit in the grass. But if you're gaining from it, why not? I'm telling you, you'll gain from that. You will gain from that. Try it out. Go outside, sit outside, and allow yourself to think. I want you to think about yourself in the most positive way. Allow yourself that time to love on you. To tell yourself how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how you're the fucking superstar in your own reality. Do that for 20 minutes a day. I try to do it every day. I don't. Let me be honest. I try to do it every day. I don't. But I'm telling you, if I get off balance, I'm going outside and I'm planting my feet. Okay? The sun is the soul, right? In Spanish, it's soul. It's your soul. That's energy. That's your energy source, right? Just like your solar plexus. It's your energy source. Get some sun. I don't care about it being hot. I don't care. Go get you some soul for your soul to feed you, okay? Back to what I was talking about. When I go outside and I plant my feet and I meditate and I'm able to turn off my mind and I'm able to allow my higher self to talk to me. Sounds crazy, but some people know what I mean when I say that. When I allow my higher self to talk to me and tell me what I need to know for the day, for the week, for the month, or what I need to know, and I get up and I'm done meditating and I just feel a light. I feel a light deep on the inside of my soul. So now when I walk around as pure light. I can't be around darkness. I can't. People that's dark don't like to be around me. I've peeped that. Anyways, I am a walking light. I have learned to walk in my power. I would have never made a YouTube video a year or so from now. I was never confident enough. I wasn't conscious enough, right? But here I am, walking in full bliss. I'm talking about every day that I wake up, I am grateful for the day. And it don't matter what is going on. When I tell you, my life is so light, it's so simple. But to me, that's how much bliss I walk in. That's how much gratitude I walk in. Because anything could be going on in the outside world and I'm this walking light. Taking every day by day. I'm not fin to fall into society's norms for nobody. No more. I'm not going to live for nobody no more. If I choose not to do something, if I choose not to work, if I choose not to go to college, if I choose not, that's my choice. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. Walk in that. Walk in that power. Walk in that light. I promise you, since I've changed, I realized everything around me has changed. My kids, my family, the outside has changed for me. Everything is so positive. Everything is so lightweight. I'm not nervous or anxious for nothing. What happens is supposed to. If I was to die today, and what happens is supposed to. But as long as I get this message out, that is my calling. I was called to do this. I was called to get this message out here. I was called to walk in my power so that I can motivate and inspire others. That is what Enchanted Light will be about. That is what this YouTube channel will be about. So if you are, I encourage you to subscribe. I encourage you to turn on your notification bell, and I encourage you to continue to watch. Not only are you watching my progress, but I hope that you are taking from these things. I hope that you are gaining something from these. I advise that you continue to watch, continue to share. There is a $200 giveaway that I will discuss after this little clip here, because this is my third try making this video because I don't know how to edit, so I have to try to make this as good as possible. This is it though. I felt this in my soul. This came out because it was supposed to come out, and this one was supposed to work, and I look good, period. Okay, anywho, I advise that you subscribe, share who you need to share this video to. We have so many people that do not know their power, do not know how powerful they are. If only you just made one minor adjustment. If you take one thing from this video and apply it to your life, I promise you can go so far. It only takes one step, not a billion, just one. And so I encourage you and I challenge you to share this video, get it out there, not only for you to be able to, be in the drawing for the $200 that will be happening on September 3rd, but just because we need more people to discuss this, okay? We need more people like me and like you. If you're watching this video, it was meant. It was meant. So take from it. Take from it. Now, everybody don't deserve your energy. That's another topic for another day. But this I'm giving to you as an offering from me to you. Take what you need to take from this and share it to somebody who needs it. We all need a little bit of help. We all need a little bit of motivation. We all need it. I want to lose 20 pounds and I still ain't decided to work out yet. That's another story. Okay? Take this offering from me and do it what you need to with it. And I'm grateful. I love every single one of you guys. Anyone who watched this video, I love you. I am of support to you. I hope you are of support to me. And just remember that we are light beings in this human experience together. Love y'all. Peace.